Hey, I'm not a lumberjack or a fur trader, and I don't live in an igloo or eat blubber or own a dog sled, and I don't know Jimmy, Sally, or Susie from Canada, although I'm certain they're really, really nice. I have a prime minister, not a president. I speak English and French, not American, and I pronounce it about, not a boot. I can proudly sew my country's flag on my backpack. I believe in peacekeeping, not policing. Diversity, not assimilation. And that the beaver is a truly proud and noble animal. A toque is a hat. A Chesterfield is a coach. And it is pronounced Zed, not Z-Z. Canada is the second largest landmass, the first nation of hockey, and the best part of North America.
This is not a test.
So what's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Takmoto Show. I am, of course, Takmoto. At least that's what the tag says. Yeah. Another great week on the Takmoto channel. We're right where I suspect it to be, about 435 subscribers right now. So that 500 sub video is getting real close. Like I was saying, that 500 subscriber video is getting real close, guys. I've got something very rewarding coming with that 500 subscriber video, so you guys will have to stick around. Hopefully within the next week, maybe two, we'll be on the 500 subscriber video and all will be revealed. Well, not all, but you know, the goodies for you guys. So I thought let's start out today with a couple of the questions that I'm getting asked on the on my videos. And one of the questions that came up was, what kind of mileage am I getting on my FZ07? I'm sorry, I don't remember the user's name because I'm going off the top of my head, and as you can see, I have no notes here on my tank or anywhere. But one of them was asking me what kind of mileage did I get, and if you guys didn't take a look when I was looking down at my tank, you can take a look now. I've got an average of 5.2 liters per 100K, and I know there's going to be people out there going to say, oh, I get way better mileage than you. Well, I ride a little bit heavy on my bike, weight-wise and throttle-wise. So my fuel mileage might be a little bit higher than what some of you guys are getting. If you are looking at buying the FZ07 and fuel mileage is a big concern for you, there is an eco light that comes on. It basically tells you when you're driving economically. Obviously, it's not going to show while I'm, you know, not moving. And you can also check your current liters per 100. Now, in Canada, we use kilometers, but obviously in other areas we miles. Oh, apparently I got a bug on my inside visor. So let's see what we get here. Let's take a look. Start moving, and I'm just cruising along. Let's see, we'll do 60, which I believe is like 35 in the mile-an-hour world. Just cruising in third, about 4 liters per 100K. Let's go into fourth, drop it down a little bit. Of course, it goes down, higher gear. So if you drive nicely and economically, expect, you know, the 3 to 4 liters per 100K range. Obviously, if you ride like me, like a dick, you're going to get higher mileage. So I hope that answers your question, because I know you've asked me a couple of times what exactly I'm getting from my mileage. The other question came from my, not second last or last before that, I don't know, 2 or 3 videos ago. There was a big hoopla over my wanting to buy, what was it, 94 octane fuel from Petro-Canada. And they said, everyone was saying, oh, you don't need that fuel, it does no good, the FZ is, and yes, I said FZ, I'll get to that in a second. Yes, the FZ is not a high compression engine like your super sport bikes, so it doesn't need that. Well, that's fine. However, I like to put the premium fuels in because A, there's going to be less ethanol in the fuel. In fact, I think in Canada, the only one that has no ethanol in it, and I'm sure I'll be corrected if I'm wrong, but I believe that, let's go this way. I believe that Shell 91 octane is the only one, the V-Power shit, that doesn't have any octane in it. Or, sorry, octane, ethanol. That's the word I'm looking for. It doesn't have any ethanol in it. And I'm not a fan of ethanol. I could go into all the reasons why I'm not a fan of ethanol, but this video is only supposed to be 10 minutes long, and I just don't want to, nor do I care to explain it. But needless to say, I prefer to put premium in. It tends to have more additives for cleaning fuels, and in Canada, the winter gas, which obviously it's not winter right now, I know. But I prefer to put premium in all my vehicles. I have a truck and a car as well, and I put premium in that. Just because, in general, it's a better gas. In general. Now, I'm gonna reap a whirlwind. I know that all the premium does nothing for you. Blah blah blah. Telling me how to spend my money, people. You know, I don't hate you. I just don't care. So on to the other matter that I mentioned. This comment that I've gotten. And I've gotten a couple comments, I think it's from the same person though, on how I pronounce the name of my bike. I don't name my bike, you know, Patty or Selma or whatever the heck, you know, Simpsons character that's coming to mind right now apparently. I don't name my bike girls' names. I know lots of people do, but I just don't. And what I do call it is what it is. It's an FZ07. So I'm a little confused by the comment. I don't understand what they mean by why do you call it an FZ07. And he specifically wrote Z like Z-E-D or Z-E-E-D. I can't remember how you spelt it, sorry. But I initially thought, and I may be wrong because apparently the conversation is still going, that you were questioning my pronunciation of the letter Z. So I wrote in there that I am from Canada, and in Canada? Yeah, Canada. In Canada, we pronounce it Z. And in the U.S., where I was assuming this guy was from, is pronounced Z. And that's what I figured. Now, I don't know why the confusion. Different countries pronounce things differently. But apparently it struck a chord with you. I don't know why. But hey, that's just how we pronounce it in Canada, FZ07. I'm not sure what else I should be calling it, but if you prefer to me calling it a different name, put it in the comment, and if it's good, then I'll use it, I guess. That's also why I kind of put that at the beginning, that little bit of intro, that Joe, I'm Canadian guy. You guys might find it entertaining. There is a whole bunch more of those on the web, so you guys will have to go and look them up. Hopefully I'm not going to get tagged for copyright on that shit. Because it is a commercial, but I mean, those I Am Canadian commercials are all over the web, so I'm not sure what's going on, but we'll see. If it's in there, then you guys will get this part. If it's not in there, then I'll edit this part out. This weekend, I have plans to head out to the Big Valley Jamboree with my girlfriend. And obviously, for those guys who don't know what the Big Valley Jamboree is, it's a concert about an hour southeast of Edmonton that has a whole lot of country music stars, I guess you'd call them. I'm personally not a fan of country music, but my girlfriend is. Why I'm dating a girl who's into country music, I don't know. But I guess I'm gonna get, you know, a comment from her about that comment. So it's just a joke. Don't worry. Oh, and the other thing, my girlfriend dropped her bike for the first time. So here's a quick shot of that. Get yourself up. No, get yourself up. Oh, it's a good learning opportunity. Okay, get up. So the bike shuts itself off, okay? So now what you're gonna do to get this bike back over, see, I told you most of the accidents happen at slow speed. So you're all good. You got the first one out. So, damage wise, nothing. Your pegs caught it, and your mirror caught a little bit here, but there's no damage. So you're all good. Obviously it wasn't too bad. The bike just kind of, she leaned a little bit too far when she was turning, and the bike just kind of tipped over. There was no damage. I took another look at it afterwards off camera, and it was just a tiny scratch on the muffler. Like, you can barely tell that it's there, and a little scratch on the mirror. So that's about it. I think when she fell over, it was pretty slow motion. So she's fine. The bike's perfectly fine. And if there was any debate as to whether the Honda engine kill system works, and that's the engine kill system, if the bike tips over to a certain point, the engine shuts off to protect itself from damage, it works. Oh yeah, there's some bikes today. Alright, so I'm gonna go in here. It's my first time going to the Tim Hortons where there's actually people here. So let's see if I can make some friends.
A few moments later.
So guys, obviously there's no footage of me inside of Tim Hortons chatting with all these people because I must have a strange smell, because the second I parked, I got off my bike, everybody on sport bikes all left at the same time. So yeah, maybe they were just so intimidated by the awesomeness that is the FZ07 that they had to leave, just to spare themselves the sadness of not being on an FZ07.
This is not a test.